Hey guys, what's up? It's Stephanie. I am back today with another video for you guys. Being that my previous videos were about interviewing for PA school, basically what frequently asked questions you had at your interview for PA school, etc. I thought that I would kind of keep this topic going on. So the topic for today is going to be about what you should wear for your PA school interview, whether you're a male or a female, what you should wear for your PA school interview. I'll also discuss what I wore for my PA school interviews, what mistakes I did in wearing certain things I shouldn't have worn for my PA school interviews. So if you are interested, just keep watching and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Alright, so you got your interview, which is exciting, awesome, congratulations. And now you're struggling to think, well, what am I going to wear for my interview? Because, like I've said in my previous videos, you got an interview that's amazing. All you have to do now is nail your interview and you will get accepted into PA school. So all you have to do is just nail one interview. So aside from being prepared for your interview to answer the questions correctly, it's also very important to dress appropriately. Dress in a moderate manner, because the way you look is also going to tell the admissions committee or the individual who is interviewing you, it's going to tell them a lot about you. So tip number one is that you want to dress very moderately, very conservatively. You want to avoid having any huge earrings, any flashy earrings for females, for example. A lot of flashy makeup. For women, you can have makeup, of course, but very conservative. For my interviews, I just had a little bit of blush, under eye, and also just mascara. That's it. And for the earrings that I wore, I'm actually wearing hoop earrings right now, but for my interviews, I actually purchased either small pearl earrings, or just small studded diamond earrings. So nothing very flashy. You want to be as moderate and as conservative as you can be. And then as also for males and females, also no nose rings or any type of facial earrings at all. Also, if you have any tattoos, just make sure to cover them up for your interview. Also, make sure that your clothes is ironed. Before my interviews, the night before, I made sure my clothing was ironed, whether I was wearing a skirt or I was wearing pants. I made sure that my clothing was ironed because, like I said, you want to present yourself as best as you can. As for the color of your clothing, I would try to just keep it to colors that are neutral. For example, black, gray, brown. I saw some people with olive clothing. For my interviews, I wore, for the first time, I had a gray skirt and then I had a blue long sleeve button-up shirt. The second time I decided to wear black and I had a pink button-up suit. Pink button-up shirt. Now, as for your clothing, both males and females should think about wearing suits. The interviews I went to, the majority of the females had pantsuits. I myself, the first time, wear a skirt suit. I had my skirt, and the first time, which I recommend, don't recommend this, mistake I made is that my first interview that was in California, I just had my skirt and then I didn't have a suit on top. And I was the only individual in the entire room, including males and females, who did not have a top. So it was, I stood out. I didn't have a blazer or anything like that. I just had my skirt and then I had my button-up shirt. So I don't recommend that. If you can, get your suit entirely, whether you're a male or female. You know, for females, you can have a skirt suit or a pantsuit. The majority of the females that I saw when I went to the interviews had pantsuits, basically whatever is more comfortable for you. because just think about that you're going to be sitting for a while. If you're the type of individual who gets nervous and starts playing with their hands or their clothing, etc., then I would recommend a pantsuit for the females. And as for the colors, I actually went with gray the first time, and I'm actually pretty happy that I went with gray because when I went and I interviewed, everybody was wearing black, and I was the only individual who was wearing a gray suit. So that made me stand out also. I was really happy that I decided to wear gray. So I was really happy about that. But ultimately, it is up to you. Like I said, neutral colors. I just wanted something different, so I decided to wear gray. Also, another thing is to wear good shoes, especially for women. Wear comfortable shoes. I cannot say this enough, is to buy comfortable shoes because you're going to be walking around a lot, especially after the interviews. So the majority of the schools give you a tour of the entire campus. So you would walk, I remember walking for some of the schools for about an hour, and especially during the summer, it gets a little hot. And if you're wearing shoes that are not comfortable, then it's going to be really painful. I know my first interview, I was in so much pain, and right when I got into the car, I took them off because the shoes were not comfortable at all. So that's why I really recommend girls, especially if you're a female, of course, males too, is to wear comfortable shoes because you are going to be walking a lot. Even though the tours around the campus are optional, I always opted for taking the tour of the campus at every interview I went to. Also, another tip is your hair. So for both males and females, make sure your hair is always in place. Another thing that I can also say is that if you're a female, make sure that you put your hair out of the way from your face. I remember one of the interviews I went to, one of the girls, she had her bangs across her face, so you couldn't see the side of her face. So I try to keep your hair out of your face, because when you are interviewing, the admissions committee is going to want to see your face and is going to want to see your facial expressions. Also, if you're the type of person who gets nervous and starts playing with their hair, like myself, I made sure that I had my hair up at every interview I went to. Actually, no, I'm sorry. One interview, I had it down, but aside from that, all the other interviews I went to, I had my hair up because I'm the type of person who gets really nervous and starts playing with their hair. And then that way, when I had it up, it was just out of the way. I either had my hair in a bun or a ponytail, and that was it. I tried not to make my hair super flashy, just keep it casual. And finally, if you can, bring either a portfolio or a folder or a small briefcase. I had my folder in there. Before going to the schools, I had written down questions that I had about the schools so that when I went to the interview, I could pull out the portfolio or the folder and ask them questions about their campus, about their mission, about their policies, etc. So I recommend, if you can, is to bring either a folder or something to write on. Especially during the introduction, first thing when you come in through your interview, you will get an introduction from the individual who sits on the admissions committee, and they will talk about the PA program, about the school, about their policies, their mission statement, their goals, etc. So during these times, I would write down questions that I had during that time, or just write down certain things that they stated, for example, how long the program was, etc. So that's another thing that I would recommend. So overall, in a nutshell, is to dress appropriately. Don't wear anything flashy, whether you're a male or a female. Stay with neutral colors. Wear also complete suits. I don't recommend, like I said, not wearing complete suits, because I did that for the first time and I stood out. I was the only individual who did not have a complete suit. Like I said, I just had my skirt and my button-up shirt, and that was it. I didn't have a blazer or anything, and I can tell you I stood out. So I recommend having complete suits. For women, earrings, keep them small. Um, Anything that's studded, don't have anything that's flashy or dangling. With your makeup also, keep it very moderate, minimal if you can, very minimal. And your hair, try to keep it out of your face, whether it is up or you can wear it down, just make sure you keep it out of your face. And wear comfortable shoes because you will be walking a lot, especially if you decide to take the tour of the campus. So you will be walking a lot, to make sure you wear very comfortable shoes. And finally, like I said, if you can, bring something to write on, a portfolio or folder, etc., just so you can write prior to the interview questions that you had when looking up the school, or while you were at the program, anything that the staff committee may have said that was of interest to you, just make sure you write all that down. That's why it's really important to bring a pen and paper, or like I said, portfolio, etc. Alright guys, so I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. I want to help you guys out, like I've said in my videos over and over again, as much as I can. I want to help you guys to get accepted into PA school, and if you have an interview, make sure you comment below so I can congratulate you, because that is a huge accomplishment. Once you get that interview, even if it's just one interview, all you have to do is just nail it and you will get accepted to PA school. It just takes one interview, and being prepared for your interview is really important, specifically, you know, having to dress appropriately because it tells a lot about you. Having your hair groomed, being just groomed also when it comes to your clothing, making sure it's ironed, etc. So good luck to you guys. I will keep making videos for you guys, and study hard, you know, stay motivated and work hard, guys, okay? Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.